Greetings gamers and welcome to MVPiece. I'm Aaron Crow and these are the best games I saw at Gen Con! Woo boy, Gen Con 2022. The best 4 days of gaming. I saw amazing miniatures and giant robots. I played in Lucas Oil Stadium, drank the official Gen Con beer, went to the dance at Union Station, climbed the Evertree, entered the Matrix, met Strong Bad, got a Gen Con exclusive eBay game, saw Cardhalla in all its glory and destruction. 3, 2, 1. And of course saw and played a lot of games. And these are the most fun, interesting, and creative games that I saw on the show floor. Dandelions by BoardGameTables.com. A fast and clever game in their small box series, Dandelions has players roll dice and spend them to move around while blowing away your opponent's dice to gain area control. I own and love all the other games in this small box series. They play and teach really fast, conveniently travel-sized, have unique mechanics, and fun themes and art. So I was very eager to add Dandelions to my collection as well. Dive by Sit Down. This was a beautifully unique depth perception game. Depth, water, deep water, depth. This one really draws you in, and that's actually a big part of the gameplay mechanics. Players look down into this tray of layered, transparent sheets and make wagers on how deep they think certain creatures are, all while avoiding sharks. Deceptively challenging game, and it looks great on a table. Yak by Pretzel Games. Is that the sound yaks make? Yak by Pretzel Games has players trading goods to buy stones to build pyramids, all from rotating carts pulled by yaks, who get a little turned around in the fog. Yak! So I don't know if it's the Wordle craze or what, but there were actually a lot of really clever word-themed board games that I saw at Gen Con, a lot of which might have been some of the most fun games I played. Phantom Inc. by Resonim is an object-guessing team-based game, where the clue giver slowly spells out answers to questions provided by the team, one letter at a time, giving your team the opportunity to announce Silencio, in which you stop writing. So your team has some context to what you started to write, but the other team doesn't see the question and only see the first couple of letters of your answer and have to guess what that context might be. It also has a lot of fun with the theme where the clue givers are ghosts and will actually knock on the table or shh to their team. It's a very unique and puzzly approach to a word game, and all in an absolutely gorgeous package. Cross Clues by Blue Orange Games is a great game for fans of codenames. The difference is that this is a one-team, entirely cooperative game and plays a bit faster too. Players will draw cards and will give a single word clue to guide your team to the space of two intersecting words. For example, when I had A4, my clue was Uranus. Moon, ugly. Uranus. Illiterati by Gap Closer Games. Another cooperative word game. The best way to think about this one is Team Scrabble, but on a timer. Each player is dealt a handful of letter tiles and have to quickly form words to use as many as possible and minimize leftover unused letters. You can also share your letters with your teammates to form words and also work towards individual objectives. Because I might have words that need to be sea creatures, but my teammate over there has words that need to rhyme. So we need to work together to figure that out. And look out for the devious Illiterati who will throw page after page of complications at you. I love Rival Restaurants by Gap Closer Games, and Illiterati is sure to be a favorite as well. Word Heist by GameRight. If you like your word games competitive, look no further. Using the same pool of letters, players form words in secret while also trying to guess what words their opponents have made. You're incentivized to use certain letters for more points, and you get more points if you offer clues to your opponents about the letters that you did use, but run the risk of them guessing your word and stealing those points. This one's a super fun head scratcher of a word game that really does a lot with a simple rule set. Word Heist! Skate Summer by Pandasaurus Games. A super thematic game with radical art that uses a really interesting push your luck mechanic. Play cards on either side of your skateboard to perform tricks or get resources. but every card tips your balance. And the longer you stay on your board, the more likely you are to lose your balance to the dice and bail. Oh! Wipe out! Land your trick and skate around the city for various collectibles, including the individual letters to spell skater. That's a nice touch. Also from Pandasaurus, Nacho Pile, a press your luck game with nacho tiles. What more you want? I mean, come on. Farmer's Market by Blue Orange Games was a fast and fun tile drafting game where you strategically place your tiles in a grid to maximize scoring. And some cute little artwork for good measure. Kites by Floodgate Games, a fast-paced cooperative game where players play cards to keep kites, represented by multicolored sand timers, up in the air until the deck has been played through. Such a simple and cool idea, and a great fun and exciting game to kick off your game night. The next few games are all from Bombix. Bombix, oui. Sea Salt and Paper is a set collecting card game with wonderfully charming origami art. Lighthouses, sharks, mermaids. Look at the Stars is a flip and write, where players connect stars to form constellations in a shrinking night sky, with bonus points for different sized groupings and forming around nearby planets. And Shooting Stars. Garden Nation is a city building area control game with incredibly fun pieces. There's a stack of cans. But most importantly, the Torticrane. It's so cute, I love him. This game uses unique mechanics to navigate the board and also gives players a lot of agency in determining player order. And it doesn't hurt that it looks great on a table. Torticrane. Equinox by Plan B Games and designed by Rainer Knizia. This is a beautifully illustrated wagering game where early bets have that high risk, high reward factor, and having the bet majority can unlock special abilities. My bets did not pan out in this particular playthrough, but it was a lot of fun. Skybound Games brings the humor to the party with No Context and Booty Call. Booty because of ghosts and butts. No Context has players use only hilariously illustrated cards by Mr. Lovenstein to give clues about whether their secret card is either like or unlike the card they played, which typically results in a lot of hilarious confusion and having to justify your choice at the end of the round. Love this idea. Booty Call has you play as a ghost and communicate only in silly ways like tapping and moaning to convey who your secret character is. Both of these had really fun twists to your typical party games, so keep an eye out for those. Land vs. Sea by Good Games Publishing. Great looking and great playing tile laying game with a surprising amount of depth and strategy. And I love my tile laying games, so you better believe I bought that. Catapult Feud by Vesuvius Media. Launching stones to knock down your opponent's castle will always be fun. So all of those games are ones I got hands on, but we also got first looks at some upcoming games, like Leaf by Weird City Games, designed by friend of the show, Tim Eisner. The leaves connect. Steam Up by Hot Banana Games, deliciously clever. Raw by 25th Century Games, beautiful. Ahoy by Litter Games. Catan, Dawn of Humankind. Block and Key by Inside Up Games. Block Ness. Nightfall by Red Raven Games with the art team up of the century with Ryan Laukett and Andrew Bosley. Teeter Tower by Gamewright, which I have a special interest in because I designed it with a friend of mine. This is our first published game. Look for this one at PAX Unplugged. I also got another look at a lot of my favorites from Origins, like Bigfoot, Roll and Smash, Decorum, and Castle Panic Deluxe. You can check out my Origins coverage video for an in-depth look at those. And that's a wrap on my favorite games of Gen Con 2022. So let me know which games made your list in the comments below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on